Hey guys, Crewman here, and this is my AI farm. It is all off because I am doing a massive reorganization of it. I've been really busy with the holidays, prepping for CES, and some other things, so I have not been able to do much with it. Now, I will say that I actually am expanding it. I'm going to go to 5 rigs. I'm going to be using two 5090s, two 4090s, and one 5060 Ti. And what I wanted to get to is if you are trying to build up your AI farm, this is your last chance. The RTX 5090 is basically gone. The only thing that you can buy is the RTX 5090 Astral, which is a phenomenal GPU and probably a fantastic one for AI usage, but you're going to pay for it. It costs $3,300. Now, will they hold their value at that in the next few years? I actually tend to think so. Let me tell you what's going on after a quick word from today's sponsor. Thank you to Crypto Miner Bros for sponsoring today's video. So if you're like me, then your power rate is just way too high for GPU mining. It's just frankly not viable anymore. And the same could be said for most ASICs. These days, an ASIC needs to be one or two things. It needs to be reasonably costed, or it needs to do something besides just mining crypto to be viable as a home miner. So Crypto Miner Bros has you covered on both those fronts. Their prices are shipped right to your door, so there are no hidden or unexpected fees. My personal favorite ASICs right now are the DG1 Home and the Canaan Avalon Mini 3 Bitcoin miner. And finally, I also like the BitAxe 601 as it's a neat gift to give yourself or a family member that gives you a chance to gamble a few bucks away in power costs per year for a very, very, very microscopic chance to win a BTC block. Don't forget to use the code KRUTMAN, K-R-0-0-T-M-A-N, for $70 off your next order. So thank you again to Crypto Miner Bros for sponsoring today's video, and if you're interested in buying ASICs, please go ahead and check them out and tell them KRUTMAN sent you. Alright guys, so look, sometimes it's not a bad thing to get some ASICs to heat your area when your farm's off. Anyway, I've got a lot of stuff coming up, but for this video I wanted to focus on the RTX 5090. So listen, they are out of stock everywhere. The only thing you can get is the Hydro ones or the Astrals. Now there was some drops for the $2,000 one, which will 100% hold its value, and I paid about $2,600 for this one, which I think it will hold its value. I think if 5090s are basically unobtainable, I think they'll settle in somewhere around $2,000 or around $3,000, which we'll probably keep the 40 series well at the 4090s at about $2,000. We'll see though. Anyway, point is that picking up that $3,350 Astral may not be the worst idea. They're a good GPU, and at this point beggars can't be choosers. And once the gamers and other AI farmers kind of realize that the 3350 Astral is not a bad buy, they're going to buy them up, and they're going to buy them up quickly. And once those go out of stock, that's the ball game. Now, I had a buddy who has some contacts, and he got some quotes on some GPUs, and basically it's going to be impossible to find anything under $3,000. I won't name names or anything like that, but I'm just telling you, $3,000 is the minimum you're essentially going to pay for a 5090 unless you get lucky. Now, I have 2 in my farm, and that's where we're going to stay. But if you are looking to buy them, I would absolutely buy them now. I'm serious. Don't wait. You're obvious, like they're not cheap, but the good thing is they will hold their value, unlike everything else. Although this stuff isn't really that bad in terms of value, they will hold their value. And I'm telling you that once the great thing about AI rentals is that you turn them on when they're profitable, you turn them off when they're not. And when they're not profitable, they don't waste any power. And these things are a store of value, especially if you were like me and you were able to get them cheaper. But I'm telling you, this is your last chance. Hell, I think the 4090s are going to go up in price too. But honestly, I think you should be looking to the future and buy 5090s. 5090, 5090, 5090. So that's really it for this one. This was a quickie, but I wanted to get this out because the 5090s gone. And frankly, there's really only 3 GPUs that I would buy for AI rentals, and the 5090 is the first one. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you okay? Will you spend $3,000 plus on a 5090? because we're getting to the point now, guys, where if you don't buy that Astral, it's pointless to buy anything else. Like, you're just going to accept that you won't have any more 5090s. And if you're okay with that, that's totally fine. Like, I'm done buying 5090s. I'm not going to spend $3,000 on a GPU right now. I can't afford it. What I have is what I have. And you'll see the last one I add short in another video. Anyway, that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.